How's it going, everybody? Jordan here, and in today's video I'm going to show you my arena fight with Vasilis, the king of the arena. It's a 15-minute long video. I didn't cut anything out so you could watch it. I did this fight on Nightmare against a level 99 arena, so when you do New Game Plus, all the arena levels reset to like level 99, and I did this at level 72. It took a long time because it was really hard, so feel free to keep watching this if you want. I'm going to kind of talk through it while it goes on, but otherwise you could just put on the 1.5 times speed or 2 times speed to watch it. But the one thing, this was like the 4th attempt at me trying to do this, which was I don't know, pretty fun. But the thing is as you kind of optimize builds and speaking of which, the build that I used this on is the one from my last video, which is the super hybrid build. And that right there, what you just saw, was the 25% assassin damage perk procking. And so when that procs on these high level units, it can like one-shot them sometimes, which is super useful. But anyways, this is more of a rambling video because of the content, but basically I found the game to be a little unchallenging at late game, even on Nightmare, against players of my own level or enemies of my own level. And so when I found this, I was kind of inspired to record it by a guy in our community, Hangtime 1984. So he was like, you should record it and use it in a video or something. So I used it in the last video, but a couple of you asked me to post the full fight, which is what I'm doing. And there's just a lot of hopping and rolling around, but even with the chance to ignore half damage perk, which I have on this build, they yeah, look at those huge damage spikes. Those are fantastic when they hit. But basically, is even with that, you'll notice I get as like to 1 health with like a hit from these guys, so it's real hard to do that. One thing I just noticed is that Ring of Chaos procced the assassin damage as well, which I didn't really notice before, but it looked like it instant killed that guy on the outer ring. And so yeah, it's on the second wave now. A lot of just timing the right dodges, a lot of hoping that assassin damage perk procs, and a lot of using slow time and other things like that to maneuver yourself away from the hits that all these level 99 units will use against you. So if you're looking for a challenge, I'd recommend you, because a New Game Plus is just a new save, so if you were trying to wait to do New Game Plus to level 99, it might be a good idea to just make a quick New Game Plus for yourself, head down to the arena at your like level 70 build, and take on some level 99 units in the arena. It's a grind, but it's really it feels really good once you actually complete it and do it. Yeah, look at that one hit with the shield. Just, if I didn't have chance to ignore half damage, that would have like instant killed me and gotten me, like I'd have to start all the way from the beginning again. Yeah, so turning on slow time here to kind of get some hits in on some guys while I still can. Trying to get those procs to hit that you just saw there. And then a lot of rolling around, doing some roly boys to get out of the way. And then the boss fight against Vasilis, I kind of discovered a bit of a strategy, because if he hits me, it's over. So what I used is that pit. If you can see every so often on the footage, there's a pit there, and no one can walk in it, and so you can kind of run around that pit and deal damage to him. So that fight kind of looks more like a me just kind of running around the pit, hitting him with bows until I get enough adrenaline to use an overpowered attack on him. See, this is when also again when the hybrid kind of crit stuff works out, because I can use a combination of hunter damage from a distance and then get in and hit them when I need to. And then the assassin damage was that too was also freaky, as I thought I had a I accidentally what is it? I macroed alt tab to a button on my mouse on accident, so I accidentally alt tabbed a couple times in this fight, which scared me, but I made it through. Each time I do those overpowered, I'm trying to get the 25% assassin damage perk to proc on that and instant kill that unit that I pick. Because these heavily armored shield ones are the ones that are the hardest to take out right now. Because I can't really bust open their shields very well. And so... And then, because the arena has all the fire and stuff, you know, you're catching on fire. So there's a lot to think about and focus on. And then some of them will be kind of like by themselves like that, and I would notice them and I'd try to target one of them at a time, or see that low guy there and be like, oh, I should probably just kill that guy real quick. That was my attempt at trying to bust open his shield, but I couldn't get it. So I ran behind him to use the damage from behind perk. So we're slowly using like Ring of Chaos and other things to just whittle these guys down. It gets pretty dicey here. Just, you can't really make a wrong move when you're doing this. And I probably could have done this fight a lot more efficiently with a more specific... Right there, I alt-tabbed and almost died. That was so scary. Yeah, I bet you could probably do this, and I might try it at a later date. You could probably do this fight with a more warrior-specific build, or even the Greek Heroes set that gives you the... If you notice, a guy fell in the pit over there. I didn't have to kill him. That was pretty funny. But yeah, you could use the Greek Hero set. It gives you like a 30% all resistance, and so these hits, you'll be able to take these hits a lot better, and they'll feel a lot more normal. You just got to get some crit damage in there and some other ways to hit damage, or you could go full glass cannon basically and try to just deal as much damage as you can. Alright, so here's Basilius. As you can see, he's level 99. I can't let him hit me, because then... So I'm trying to get that assassin damage to proc on him, which it did at that point, and then also try to avoid his attempts at trying to kill me, especially when he turns on that fire sword. If he hits you with that elemental fire sword, you're like basically done, even with some pretty tanky stuff on you. So at this point I really didn't, I wasn't thinking about using that pit, and then I kind of started realizing like, oh, I could just like run around this pit here and deal damage to him. I mean, I guess this is like a strategy just hunters could use, because a pure hunter build could deal a lot more damage than I'm doing right now. Yeah, and so that was the other thing I was doing, was I was using slow time to get in as many hits as I can to build my adrenaline back up. Try to get it to that was so close. I'm just kind of watching it. Director's commentary. It's pretty intense. I hope that there's a way to fight the mythical creatures at level 99 from like lower levels or things like that. I'm hoping that that whole hard mode experience for fighting mythical creatures is kind of like something you can repeat in like an arena like this, and you can kind of really give yourself a really big challenge on trying to defeat them. There's a big bummer part where I'm not able to stop him, but he like heals back. I get him to like a third health, and then he like heals up another third, and it kind of prolongs the fight by like another couple minutes. But I hope that me talking through this makes it a little bit more easily consumable, and it's not bugging any of you guys. But I just figured I'd kind of explain it while I'm doing it versus just uploading the footage raw without anything on there. Yeah, so here's where I kind of picked up like, oh, I can just use the pit to keep him away from me, and then use the slow time to build up more adrenaline so I can fire the overpowered attacks. And like none of the big procs happened for me against him, which was a bummer. I was trying to get that like 1.8 million damage hit against him. Yeah, and then I headed back to the pit here. Around here I think he tries, yeah, or no, that's where he turns on his fire sword. But somewhere around here he tries to heal up, and I accidentally let him. I think you can stop them from healing by disrupting the animation with like if you can knock them down with Ring of Chaos, but I realized that an interesting thing is at these super high levels, when they're this much higher level than you can't knock them down with Ring of Chaos. Here it goes. Yeah, he's like heals himself. I couldn't stop him, and now we're right back to where I was. There we go. One of them procced and brought it kind of down. If every single one of those overpowered attacks had procced, this would have gone a lot faster for sure. Trying to get those headshot damage crits. Try not to die. Keep him on the other side of that that pit. Yep. There he goes. That right there could have been bad news. He hits me with an arrow, gets me to like 1 health, and I use the overpowered ability to give myself health back and stop him from attacking me, and now I'm low health, no adrenaline. It's a little scary right here. Get that last piece, because again, with this build, which I'll have in the description, you need to be at full health to get the most out of the damage. So if you're low health like that and you don't have any adrenaline to get you back to full health, it gets a little scary. So as you can tell, I'm kind of losing my edge a little bit because I was so close to beating him. I was like, I didn't want to lose it right here at the last second. Use slow time to kind of gather yourself. Slow time is a great opportunity, especially with that pit, to just kind of unload some damage into him, kind of get refocused, get your positioning back, and then make a decision from there. I wish I would have killed him with like a finishing blow of the dagger, but I kind of started to lean heavily on just hitting him with bows towards the end, because that was being a lot more effective, because I just didn't want to risk basically getting in there and letting him get 1 hit on me and dying after putting like 15 minutes into this. Lots of forward rolls, lets you maneuver faster. I was trying to, honestly, when I started the pit thing, I was trying to get him to fall into it just to like insta win, but he doesn't. But there are the other characters in his waves apparently can. Like if you go back in this video, there's a point that I saw while recording this where a guy just like kind of walks into that pit and like just, that was my attempt to try to finish him right there, but couldn't do it with the final one. So I think this is where we kind of finish him off right here. Yeah, so that was like a pretty fun fight. It leveled me up to level 73, gave me a level 99 Brawler's helm, which is a pretty good helmet in the game. And again, you can really only do this on New Game Plus. So if you want to create New Game Plus, you can do that yourself. So I hope you enjoyed this fight. Again, it's another long video. You can speed it up if, I mean, you're already at the end now, so like you probably already did speed it up, but I want to thank you guys again for watching this video and hanging out with me during it. And I know it's not as beautifully edited as other videos in the past, but if you liked the video, please remember to leave a like and subscribe for more Assassin's Creed Odyssey content. Thanks guys, see you next time.
So proud, I was born to be Spartan.